After living your dream through music, we can now get into a field that, unfortunately, I would say, most people say, oh, it's for men. Why? Why do we think that way? We have to prove it wrong. We have to break down that myth, and that's why we have our next guest. She's from the far north region of Cameroon. She studied mechanical engineering, and also she is a 24-year-old entrepreneur in mechanical repairs. She's going to tell us about her concept, her project, MaiAuto Services, and we'll get to know more about her. Why am I acting like she's just not nearby here? Aissata, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I got to learn about you on the internet, and I was like, okay, I need to discuss and get into the details of this lady's story. If you were to describe yourself, how would you describe yourself?
Okay. If I'm to describe myself, I would say I am a very passionate and determined person. I actually love what I'm doing. Yeah. When I like to do something, I always put in my best and do everything to make it possible. So I would say I'm determined and hardworking as a person.
Okay, a few people I discussed with can concur with that. But then mechanical engineering, why did you choose to get into that field of study? Okay.
I actually chose to get into that field because I'm passionate about the design, construction, and the use of machines. And I wanted to contribute and participate in the development of my country in that domain. So when everything about machine, I'm actually passionate about it. I want to know how it came about, the design, how they constructed it, and how are we capable to use it, and if possible to ameliorate it.
Yes. So was it always a passion as a child, or when exactly did you develop this love for machines?
It was a passion as a child. Since my childhood, actually. Everything I found in the house, I usually dismantle it just to see how it is inside, and mantle it back and see if it's still functioning. I always try to actually know how things are going on around me, especially machines.
What are some of the machines you used to manipulate as a child?
Okay, I would say, how we call it in English?
Yes. No, I'll help you. Say it in French.
Faire repasser.
Oh, the iron.
Yeah. Yes. Et une bouilloire.
Okay, the boiler.
Yes.
So you would, if it gets bad, you'll be the one who will try to fix it.
I'll actually try to open it first to see how it works and fix it back.
Okay, did your family support you in this, or was there anyone, whether family or friends or teachers or just people around you, who felt like you were a woman and you weren't supposed to walk this path?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I got a lot of support, but as I said, I'm very determined. When I want something, I go for it.
Yes.
So when I said I wanted to study mechanical engineering, most people was like, my family, my entourage as a whole was like, no, why do you want to go and study that? It's not for women. Go and do economics, even medicine, but not mechanical engineering. And I was like, no, that's what I want to do. I feel comfortable in it, and I went for it, though it wasn't easy, but
yes. But here you are, a graduate in it and practicing. That's the next step we're heading to right now. You have a mechanical repairs project. Tell us about how that idea came forth and how you are flowing through this, because being an entrepreneur is definitely not easy. How are you going through this and making it look easy?
Okay, the project I have is MaiAuto Services, which is an online platform which offers mechanical repairs at home or at the workplace. How I came about, during my studies, I had the opportunity to carry out some internships in some garages, and I noticed that there was no fast support when a client comes for an intervention. Sometimes he finds himself waiting for long, and he has to leave his office, wait for more than 2 hours, 6 hours. Sometimes he even leaves the car and comes back the next day. So I thought of, and we know that today all of us are running out of time. There's no time. I thought that it would be better if there was a possibility to offer these services. Why, for example, you're at work, your car coming outside, and you just contact, you could have done the registration 2 days before that you wanted your car to change your dampers at 8 a.m. on Thursday at CRTV, for example,
Yeah.
and you just book, and while you're on your TV show, one of our mechanics is actually doing the work, and before you finish, he just hands your key and you just have to go back home.
Do you get to be one of the mechanics as well?
Yes, from when I started, I'm actually one of the mechanics for now. Yeah.
Yeah. And how was the reaction when people would see you coming to repair the, would they trust you or would they require a man?
As a girl, when I usually come, people are like, okay, we are going to see what she's going to do. They are not really confident. They don't trust what I'm actually going to do. They are like, is this girl not going to spoil this part? Is she very competent? Is she... They ask themselves so many questions, but I do it. Some people let me do it. Others will actually require that I work with somebody else, but
yes,
I do it.
There you go, Cameroonians. We need to ask ourselves this question. Why would we not trust someone who knows how to do it? She has services to manage, actually, people who are doing this, but yet you don't trust her because she is a woman. Well, there's a little bit of a surprise we have for you.
Oh.
Yes, I want you to just stare into the screen. Somebody's going to pop up and say something about you, and let's see who that is.
Hello, televiewers. I am CRTV, a friend to Aissata Maimerwe. It is a pleasure for me dishing out some few words in order to establish certain qualities that possesses Maimerwe. Primo, I will say that she is a very kind and a good-hearted lady. She has always been there for us, our friends, in times of good moments and in times of distress. Secondo, I would say she's very intelligent, you know, being a historical academic champion with a degree in engineering from the prestigious Catholic University Institute in Boya, where she came out with a summa cum laude. It's very applaudable, and I would say she is very intelligent in that fact. Therefore, she is very smart, and a lady who thinks towards the development of Cameroon. She thinks towards, you know, the independency of Cameroonian youth in order not to depend solely on the government. And that is why she came out with a sumptuous and a succinct project that will contribute towards the economic development of our beloved and lovely Cameroon. My dear Aissata, I wish you the best in your project. You know we love you. Thank you very much.
Who was that?
He is Akola Sone Cyril, a very good friend of mine.
Yes.
Which have been supporting me from the beginning, actually.
Oh wow, you're good. You're tearing up, actually. No. So it's good. It's good that we surprised you and we've seen tears roll from your eyes. I think what we do on Cameroon Feeling is we try to make people who are doing amazing things in their own little way just feel special, because you're giving back to the community. Now I want you to stare into that camera and talk to the young Cameroonian girl who is in the far north region, who believes she can't achieve what she wants. Give her a message that will make her wake up this morning and be just like you.
Okay.
And while I give you a tissue, so you wipe your tears.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. If I have to say something to all the youths looking at me actually now, especially to the young girls outside there who thinks that they can't achieve who thinks that it's impossible to actually do what they want to do because they are girls or women. And all I want to tell you is that don't give up. It seems difficult, and sometimes it's actually difficult, but you don't have to give up. When you're passionate about something and you have all of you out there, first of all, are talented and you have skills which you can develop. So if you're good at cooking, for example, cook. Some people are ready to actually buy for you to cook for them to eat. So don't wait on the government to actually provide jobs for you. Don't be afraid to be leaders. Engage yourself into positive, productive activities, and I bet you that with a little bit of perseverance, rigor, and discipline, we will all make it.
I'm going to applaud, really, and even the cameramen are applauding. Thank you so much for passing by here.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best in your career. We know you're going to go places, and we know you're going to come back to tell us all about it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ms. Patience.
Okay, this is a young lady who is empowering her community through her talent.